They appear at night, always in pairs, always asking to come inside. And if you look closely, closer than you'd ever want to, you'll see it. Their eyes, pitch black, no whites, no iris, just a void, as if their very existence is a hole in reality itself. Who or what are the black-eyed children? This isn't just a ghost story told around campfires. It's a chilling modern legend that has left countless people questioning what they saw and what might have happened if they'd said yes. The first widely known encounter dates back to 1996. Brian Bethel, a journalist from Abilene, Texas, shared an experience that still sends chills down the spines of anyone who hears it. One night, while sitting in his car outside a movie theater, two boys approached his window. They looked normal enough, maybe 10 or 12 years old. One of them asked for a ride. They wanted to see a movie, but had forgotten their money. At first, Bethel was ready to help, but something felt wrong. A creeping, overwhelming sense of dread settled over him like a cold fog. His instincts screamed at him to leave. Then he noticed their eyes. Not dark, not shadowed, but black, completely and impossibly black. That story was a beginning. Since then, similar encounters have been reported all over the world. And what makes this legend so disturbing isn't the gore or the violence. There isn't any. It's the pattern, the consistency, and that unbearable, primal fear that people describe when they meet them. The black-eyed children always show up in pairs, sometimes 3. They knock on your door. They ask to use your phone. They want a ride. They say they need help. And they're always polite, always calm. Their voices lack emotion. Their language sounds off, like they're mimicking how kids are supposed to talk. And then there are their eyes. Witnesses describe their eyes not just as black, but as empty, like looking into a void that pulls at something deep in your gut. A mother in Vermont answered her door one snowy evening to find 2 children standing barefoot in the snow. No coats, heads down. They asked, "Can we come in and use your phone?" Her instincts told her to shut the door. She didn't. She let them in. The power went out. Her husband's nose started to bleed. Her pets ran and hid. And when she looked back at the children, she saw their eyes, those impossible black voids, and she knew she had made a terrible mistake. These children aren't just strange. They radiate something unnatural, something wrong. And whether they're demons in disguise, alien visitors, or lost souls trying to find their way back, one thing is certain. They cannot come in unless you say yes. So if you ever hear a knock late at night and see 2 small figures standing silently in the dark, don't open the door. And whatever you do, don't let them in. No one truly knows what they are. That's what makes them terrifying. These children with eyes like black holes, void of light, soul, or mercy, have appeared in stories from every corner of the world. And while the encounters vary slightly, the core remains the same. They knock, they ask to be let in, and everything in your body tells you not to. But why? What are they? Some say they're demons, bound by ancient rules that forbid them from entering without permission, just like the vampires of old tales. It would explain the overwhelming fear, the electrical disturbances, the way the air seems to die around them. It would also explain why they always ask, why they never force, why they need you to invite them in. Once that door opens, physically or spiritually, it's no longer your space. It becomes theirs. Others believe they're not from this world at all, that they are extraterrestrial, or worse, interdimensional, experiments in human form. Try to understand us by wearing the skin of innocence, but always getting it just slightly wrong. The clothes, the speech, the unnatural stillness. It's like they've read about children, but never truly been one. And then there are those who think there's something even more tragic. Spirits of children who died in pain, in confusion, in isolation, forever wandering, knocking, begging to come back into a world that left them behind. But if that were true, why do they bring such darkness with them? Why does death so often follow? The pattern is unmistakable. People who have encountered the black-eyed children report more than just fear. Some suffer illness, sudden cancers, persistent nightmares. Pets die, electronics fail, relationships fall apart, The aftermath is rarely immediate, but always deeply felt. There are even reports of those who let them in disappearing entirely. Whatever they are, whatever their purpose, one thing is painfully clear. They are not children. They only wear that shape because it's the one we're least likely to reject. Because we're hardwired to protect the innocent, to open the door, to say yes. But if you do, if you look into those eyes and say the words they want to hear, you may never be the same again. And that brings us to the most important part. If you ever hear a knock at night, soft, polite, insistent, if you hear voices asking to use your phone or for a ride, or simply come inside out of the cold, look first. Look closely. If their eyes are all black, with no whites, no irises, no light, run. Lock your doors. Say no, because once you let them in, they don't just step into your home. They step into you. Thanks for watching. If this story chilled you, hit like, subscribe, and share your own strange encounters in the comments below. And remember, stay curious, stay cautious, and whatever you do, don't let them in.